I'm delighted to welcome Katie O'Brien to the show. She's come home with a World Cup gold medal as well as a new world record. So Katie, congratulations. How does it feel after a brilliant weekend?
Thanks a million, Niamh. Yeah, it feels great. Absolutely delighted to come home with the medal, and an absolute bonus to come home with the world record as well.
That's very modest. Come on, tell us about the world record. That's unbelievable achievement for you. I know you've been working so hard in the background for so long. Like it's been some journey for you. So come on, tell us a bit more about the record.
Yeah, so I suppose like the last time I would have got to race my single was like 3 years ago now, but nearly the full 3 years. And just between lockdown and one thing and another, I haven't really got to race. But I've been training the whole time. So it's been obviously a frustrating 3 years having to put in that amount of work and not get to see where you are or what kind of level you're at. So yeah, huge kind of almost sort of gratification to go out and to be able to show then, you know, what I have been working on and what I can do. So yeah, it was brilliant. I'm absolutely delighted to put a marker down now.
And I know that you have a family that are very proud of you at home. So how much will it mean to them to bring home that gold medal?
Yeah, they're massively proud of me and massive supporters. I know you met my brother, yeah, he's like my brother and my sister and my mom. They couldn't be happier, and they were absolutely buzzing to get the news as well. They were all watching it live, so yeah, they're buzzing.
In terms of the team as well, I know everybody was so proud of you and there was so much excitement, but you certainly set the tone for the weekend, you know, claiming that gold. And you know, it was some medal haul that Ireland took home. So what was it like to be, you know, the first medal winner, and then to see so much success for the Irish team following your result?
Oh, it was absolutely insane. Like, it was an unbelievable weekend to be a part of it, you know, because it's such a good weekend for Irish rowing and Irish women's rowing as well. And it was just performance after performance, like especially on the Sunday. Like, you know, I had my racing done early on the Sunday, so getting to actually just watch it and enjoy it, and just like it was just one crew on to slip after another with a medal and just waving them all in, and like it was unbelievable. Like, and like that, it is such a team, and everybody wants everyone to do so well. So yeah, it was brilliant. Like, it was an insane weekend for Irish rowing.
Yeah, it was certainly podium after podium after podium, pretty much for every event that Ireland was entered in, which is unbelievable. Yeah. What's like Ireland doing different at the moment that's reaping such rewards? Like, obviously we've had you know, exceptional results from Sunita before, with 2 World Championship wins, 2 European wins. We obviously have the women's 4. I know they were split across the 4, and you know, the pair over the weekend. We're seeing Sunita pair up with Zoe Hyde from Glorglin, and then we also had the lightweights who are flying at the moment as well. Like, we saw them really announce themselves on the stage last year. So like, what's working for everybody?
I think it's probably a mix of things. I'd say it's training hard, and also I suppose there's a lot of girls there, like you said, and they all want to be the fastest and the best. And I mean, one of the best ways to get better is to have someone there trying to take your seat, because it drives you on and makes you want to be faster. And I suppose that internal competition is probably driving the girls on and getting them to be that fast. So yeah, I'd say it's a mix of things between working hard and the right attitude, and then that internal competition kind of all put together is a recipe for success.
Yeah, no, certainly. Like, I know across a couple of the crews there, and it's the same on the women's side and the men's side. Like, you know, there's a number of events that Ireland are going to enter, and there's people fighting for seats across the board. So it's great to see the depth across the likes of the pair, the double, and the 4. I know the lightweight women, there's a couple of athletes there fighting for seats. Lydia going into the double, obviously, with Margaret, which wasn't the combination for the Olympics, but it shows again the depth that's there. People pushing each other on constantly. Does it make for, like, explain rowing, I suppose, a little bit in kind of that crew environment where you're fighting for seats, but then you're working together as a team as well?
Yeah, like it's a credit to everyone who's involved that it's a competition, but it's a competition to be the best as a team. And I think everybody understands that. And yeah, you want to be in the boat, but there's no one ever, you know, it's not like there's any sourness about it. It's very much just like whoever is the best, whoever's getting the best scores, that they make up the boat. And like, so like everybody's happy that there's competition because they know it's going to make them a better athlete too, having someone coming for your spot. So yeah, no, it's everyone like that. It's just a great team environment.
Yeah, it's a unique sport in that way, and as you said, very much results driven. You have to be able to maybe take it on the chin if you are the spare and hope that your time will come. In terms of crew boats, so you've obviously had lots of experience in the single and lots of success in the single, but the Paralympic Games has been a dream of yours for a long time, and now you have a doubles partner. So tell us a bit about that relationship and the racing that you had at the weekend.
Yeah, so finally I have a doubles partner. His name is Stephen. He's a Roscommon man. He's 25 and he's been rowing for like 18 months now. So he took to it so well, and he's flying it. For him to be at the level of going to a World Cup after 18 months is insane, really. And yeah, every time we race the double, we're picking up speed, and it seems to be just getting, you know, quicker and quicker all the time. I mean, it's a long road ahead. We're not where we want to be yet, but it's brilliant to be on the road. And like that, like, it was really positive for us at the weekend. For our first race, we were only 8 seconds off the fastest boat, and like being even beside, we were right beside the rest of the crews up to 1500 meters. So like, that's really positive for us because it's something to build on. And they've been rowing for, you know, up on 12 years, and Stephen's rowing 18 months. So, you know, our trajectory is going to be a little bit higher. So it's exciting for what we can do. And yeah, so it's just really positive to see where we're at already in the double and where we can go.
Absolutely. And in terms of getting that experience for him, like, how do you find that he's taking, maybe competing at that international level, like taking it in the stride, or is it something that you have to work on the mental preparation and taking it all in as well? That's obviously something like that in a matter of 18 months is a big jump.
Yeah, he's absolutely taking it in a stride and improving every time. You know, you learn so much every time you race. I mean, every time I race, I learn a lot as well, whether it's managing nerves or, you know, just there's so much to take in every time, and he is he's doing brilliantly, and yeah, he's managing really, really well. Yeah.
So in terms of from that goal that you have of getting to Paralympics, what are the things that you guys will be focusing on developing and improving over the next year or so?
So the big one for us is going to be strength, especially with Stephen. You know, he didn't really come from a sporting background, so it's one thing that he's going to work on, his strength, and the other thing then is working on like our finish and stuff. So we were up with our final there, or with our first race, we were with everyone for the 1500 meters. So it was the last 500 meters they took off, and we just didn't have that in the bank. So that's just something that comes with practice, and it's just going to be more time and more training. And so really just, yeah, I suppose just kind of honing in now on improving little things, because we have the basics there. So it's just improving little things now to try and get us up to where we need to be to qualify for Paris. Yeah.
And for people that don't know, I guess the race that you're doing it's a 2 kilometer race, but previously it was 1 kilometer. So from your perspective, how has that transition been? Has that been something that's played in your favor? Yeah,
definitely for me, because prior to it being 2000 meters, it was only a 1000 meter race, and you didn't really need to be an athlete to do 1000 meters because it's only 4 or 5 minutes. So you just have to put the head down and, you know, go for it. Whereas now you have to be kind of more athletic, and you need to have stamina, and you need to, you know, build up the miles, and you can't just be a big, strong kind of ox. Yeah. Like you need to actually have an aerobic fitness there. So it suits me, and yeah, and it's nice as well that you're racing the same distance as everybody else, so it feels just the exact same. You don't feel any different, and you know, it's very inclusive. So yeah, I'm delighted with it being 2 kilometers.
So we'll leave the 1000 meters to the masters rowers for now, and yeah, we'll watch with excitement as you're progressing over the 2K. In terms of racing experience, I know that you're trying to get as many races as you can internationally and domestically, and I know you were head to head with Stephen last year. So has there been any days, like, is he catching up on you every day? Has he beaten you yet, or how is it in camp between the two of you?
So he's passing me out on the rowing machine now. So he's pulling stronger scores than I am now on the erg, which is great. I still have him on the water, but he's coming for me. He'll be. I'd say in the next month now. Hopefully, I'm hoping too that, you know, he'll be flying past me in the boat. So yeah, no, he's making strides the whole time.
And that's something obviously as a team that you can both benefit from, where, you know, he's always trying to catch you, but you're always trying to hold him off. So, you know, inevitably everybody's getting faster, and, you know, you're working together as a team. So then the team vote when you come together is
again, it's that internal competition again, you know, it's brilliant. It drives each other on. Like, I mean, every session, you know, you'd be peeping over to see what kind of scores, and it's how you get good, it's how you get better. So it's great to have that going on as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, look, we're delighted for you that you have a partner anyway, and great to see you getting so much experience and such success on the international stage. In terms of the rest of the season, what's on the agenda?
Yeah, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get to go to Europeans now. They are the second week of August. They're in Munich, and all going well there, then we'd get to go to the World Championships again in Czech Republic in the end of September. So yeah, it'll be a quick time coming around. It's only 7 weeks now to the Europeans, and then 7 weeks again after that till the World. So it'll actually fly in. But a good block of training now, and hopefully we'll get to race a good race in Munich. So
in terms of para rowing, I know that with the likes of the World Cups, like, everybody doesn't come to these different competitions. Like, not all countries show up. So is it difficult maybe to get competition sometimes, and then to be prepared for something like Europeans and World Championships? Or are enough countries sending crews for you guys to race and really get to know your competition and get that experience?
It is difficult sometimes, because, like, you know, you're going and you're hoping that everybody will enter, because there's a smaller pool of para athletes than there is able-bodied athletes. So you're kind of hoping countries will enter. But at the same time, there is usually one or two countries that you know what caliber they are, and maybe they aren't all there, but you know that one or two are, so you can kind of base it off that. But yeah, you'd be right there. Like, you know, you don't always get as much entries in the World Cup as you'd like, but you can kind of base it off, you know, where those countries that do show up, where they are and where their stats are. So you can kind of get an idea like that. But at home, then obviously there isn't really any competition for us. So again, it's just that internal competition between the crew, myself and Stephen, really, until you go abroad.
Yeah, no, I guess for the audience, so there's 3 World Cups, then there's the European Championships, and then there's the World Rowing Championships. But it's obviously a very expensive sport to be involved in, and transporting boats all over the world to take part in some of these races means that countries don't always attend all of these events because of the expense. So what we're talking about here is just how much experience and exposure people can get. A podium finish at a World Cup, again, you know, we're celebrating such great results at the World Cup, but that doesn't mean anything for the European Championships or the World Championships. So you'll have your work cut out for you there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wishing you and the Irish team all the very best of luck over the next few weeks. We'll be catching up with all the action and reporting and sharing the news with the audience. But again, huge congratulations on the gold medal, on a world record, and on the success that yourself and Stephen are having together.
Thanks a million, Eva, and thanks for having me on as well.